Alrighty folks, here we are at Let's Play Bonk's Adventure for the normal Nintendo Entertainment System Part 3. This is MegaHarv, and this should be the finale. Without any further ado, let's continue onward into the mouth of the demon. I'll get this carrot because it looks the most scrumptious. And here we have Boss Gauntlet time. This guy didn't really do it properly in the video, but if you hit him at just the right place, you just bonk all the bubbles, he can't do anything to you. And on we go. I don't know how these guys get brainwashed again and all lined up for us. I'm gonna have this carrot because it looks the tastiest. Now we fight the old Japanese guy, who was the most difficult boss of the ones that we have fought so far, if you ask me. If you didn't ask me, then I'm not entirely sure why you're watching my video. But now we have 6 hearts, so I probably won't lose. There's definitely a way to bounce off those shurikens and keep bonking on them, but I haven't figured out a way to do it effectively. I'm sure that's the path to righteousness. Also, the shurikens seem to be somewhat homing. So if you move out of the way, like they seem to try to predict where you're going to be, so you can lure them around. Yeah, even if I had 3 hearts I would've won. Now the rest of these bosses we fought already will be cake, so may as well get all of these. Get an extra hit with the meat. I don't know if that actually powers up the headbutts or not. Gonna find out. I believe it took... well, how much of a difference could it make now? This last time I would have gotten to about 8. So if he goes underneath for every 4 shots, that would mean that it was doubled. I think maybe it did do a little more damage, but not enough to be consequential. Although it would be interesting to have the meat until you get this meat and be invincible for Mike Tyson. Alright, Mike Tyson. Blast. I did way much better with them last time. What's the issue? Am I underestimating them? Is that the problem here? Jeez. That's better. That's what I should have done to begin with. Alright, now that the Gauntlet's out of the way, who do we have next? Let's find out when we go in this Wily Mouth looking thing. Incidentally, this boss here, if you have a turbo controller, you can wreck him in like a second. That's what I used to do when I was younger. But I'll refrain from using turbo against him here. Hi? Get back here, fiend. Yeah, so you want to get him on his... want to bounce on his knob. Little nub there. The Pain Mobile. And I'm breaking his nub, so... Man, that was that. That was hard. Ooh, my. I'm back to normal again. Thank you. I'm Princess Za. Come on, follow me. Now I understand this game's obsession with going inside dinosaurs. Yeah. Blast off! Where we go to the final battle against the mighty King Drool, who appears to be having a nap in space. Alright, what do you have for me? Big heart. Let's do it. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's get to it. Alright, do I have to bonk him on his crown? No, just on his head. Or his nose, I guess. He got a sensitive nose. Did I hear tridents? Fortunately, Bonk's head's so hard he can break the tridents as well. We need to genetically engineer people so their heads are this hard. Maybe not so large, but at least the firmness. Did I really beat him already? I'll get you for this someday. And the Ronald Reagan Half Moon is very pleased. Yep, that was the final boss, folks. The game is now over. And the crown is now reclaimed by Princess Za, despite being large. Now we can live in peace again. Oh, baby. Oh my. If only we had a sexy dinosaur lady with us for the whole journey, we wouldn't even need meat. We just need a smooch. And yeah, that was Bonk's adventure. I thought that last part was going to be a little longer, but oh well. Thank you for joining this little game. I personally wouldn't recommend paying $300 for it, but if it was ever on a virtual console or anything like that. The graphics was made by an unknown person. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, this game's worth a try. Try it out. And if anyone's wondering if I'll ever play Super Bonk for the Super Nintendo, well, I don't own it. And I'm trying not to play games that I don't own so far. Because I have so many that I do own that I need to get around to, the games that I don't own. It just seems a little bold for me to attack that. Although I'm not opposed to trying it, that might be a good game to try blind, actually. But yeah, the next game that I'm going to play is going to be another NES game, and I don't think a lot of you guys have heard of it, so it just kind of came to me like an epiphany one day when I was working. I thought, whoa, this game! It was a game from my childhood. I still don't think I've beaten it, but I played it a fair bit, and I believe it was decent, so I'm going to show you. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of LPs for it. And it shouldn't be a very long LP either. Then I'm probably going to do a few more Super Nintendo games, then try to get back to an RPG before too long. And Bonk thanks you for joining him on his adventure. And that pretty much cuts the mustard right there, so thank you everybody for joining me on Let's Play Bonk's Adventure. I will see you at my next LP. And how fitting that Bonk would be inside a dinosaur. at the end of this game. So until next time.